Which team has bigger question marks? My Clippers or the Lakers?
Yo, it's obviously the Clippers, people. This is a silly, silly question. We're still trying to figure out, can the Clippers coach that squad? Ty Lue, he coached under Doc Rivers for the entirety of his career, except for when he was with LeBron James, when his chip with LeBron James. Well, Bron ain't there for you no more, Ty Lue, and neither is Doc Rivers. So can Ty Lue coach that squad? Meanwhile, we all blame Doc Rivers, myself included. Who's the #1 team in the East, and who is their oh, this is awkward. So that's my first question. My second question is, what's really good with PG and Kawhi? Still trying to figure that out, because the last time we saw them, Choke City. Now, the real issue at hand for why this is so simple is this. Slick, Sell, what question mark has LeBron James ever left unanswered? LeBron James tends to every and any question. Is he the chosen one? Can he live up to the hype? Check. Eric Spoelstra, will he be able to redeem him from not being able to get out the first round? Check. Anthony Davis, AD, he can't win a playoff series, can't win multiple playoff series. LeBron, answer that question. Any question you've ever asked about LeBron James, he has answered. So why will I continue to have a question about someone who quite literally should be called the answer? I understand that was already reserved for AI, but LeBron James can go ahead and take that title along with the king because he provides all answers. I'm not silly enough to ask a dumb question, because there are some dumb questions, contrary to what your teachers tell you.
Nacho, I may be slick, but you are smooth. Way to flip the whole concept of this conversation. What question has LeBron not answered? That doesn't mean that there can't be questions. And I'll get to LeBron in a second. But there are plenty of questions to be asked about these Lakers collectively. And I'll be honest, I didn't have this at the beginning of the season. The moves that they made, the additions that they made, Montrezl Harrell, Marc Gasol, Wes Matthews. I looked at all those and said, yeah, they got Dennis Schroeder. They got more athletic. They got younger. This is exactly what they needed. I did have a few concerns. Is Marc Gasol washed? Is he what we saw in Toronto? I was assured that they were going to be okay. But usually when you go and play with if you're a role player and you play with great players, the game gets easier and your efficiency goes up. And we have not seen that with Marc Gasol. We've not seen that with Montrezl Harrell. We haven't seen that with Wes Matthews. They're actually, I can't believe it, Lakers fans probably having a shock. They might be missing Danny Green a little bit based on what they saw against Philadelphia last night. And on the other hand, when I look at the Clippers additions, which I thought were nice and solid, all of those guys are doing what I expect them to do. Kennard is shooting career highs percentage-wise. Same with Nick Batum. And so it's not that I'm saying that the Clippers are convincingly better than the Lakers. That would be silly to make that point. But I came into the season thinking about the Lakers just rolling on. They were the prohibitive favorite. And then over these 18, 19 games, I've looked at it and said, well, the record looks nice, but those additions are not helping. And who have they beaten? There's only one quality team that they've beaten. It's a gaudy record. But the Milwaukee Bucks are the only quality team. They haven't played a whole lot, but it's the only quality team that they've beaten. So at this stage, I feel as if, good or bad, I know what the Clippers are. I'm not sure. I have questions that the Lakers are actually better than the team that won the championship last year.
Ooh, slick. Okay, way to go deep. Let's go in the deep end, mess our hair up a little bit. Look, you said you came into the season thinking one way and kind of changed your mind. I came into this segment thinking one way, and I'm starting to change my mind. Let's be real about this. Look, who has bigger question marks to answer? It's the Clippers. Just be real about it. There's no bigger question mark of, can the Clippers break through this glass ceiling of the second round? Let's just be real about this. The middle round games, the Clippers up 3-1 in the series. Can they break through? Can they hold a lead? Those are the biggest question marks. Duh. But Slick, You got me thinking now, these Lakers got questions as well, because there are no perfect champions. Let's talk about this team right here in the Los Angeles Lakers. You would think that they're world beaters because of their record, best record in the NBA, best point per game differential in the NBA, top 7 scoring offense, which means they're 7th, and 2nd on defense. However, when you start to look at who have they beaten, and the Lakers are 2-4 against the top 6 seeds this season, including the loss to the 76ers last night. Lakers are 0-3 against top 6 seeds from the West. Lost to my Clippers, lost to the Blazers, lost to the Warriors, whatever. Okay, but my Clippers, 4-2 against the top 6 seeds this season, all from the West. Point is, when you see a Lakers team that now has lost a game on the road, you see a Lakers team that is 4-4 at home, so I don't even know how it's going to play out in the postseason, but no home court advantage. As much as I look at the Clippers and I say they have this global question to answer, can they make it to the Western Conference Finals despite their talent level? I'm looking at the Lakers like, okay, try and mail this one in, saying we're champions from last year and we got better additions. If it's not adding up to being a greater team, sounds like they have some question marks.
Yeah, Sal, the other part is with the Lakers, when it comes to LeBron, you're right, Acho. He's answered every time we've had a doubt. He's answered it. But there's one that he still has to answer, and that is, can he sustain this at 36 years old? Now, from what I've seen him, the way he's played this season, his efficiency has gone up. His array of shots has gone up. He's playing, we said it yesterday, it feels as if he's toying with the game at times. But there's a fine line between toying and measuring yourself and making sure that you can get to the finish line. And what I see in LeBron at this point is I don't see quite that same explosiveness. Now, he might be saving it, but when I see him with Joel Embiid at the three-point line, and granted, made a big play, but he couldn't get past Joel Embiid with a running start at the three-point line, I start to think, okay, we've just assumed that Father Time is never going to tap LeBron on the shoulder. But maybe, just maybe, we're starting to see that and he's become aware of it and he's having to adjust his game. It doesn't mean that he can't be great, but he might not be all that we've seen of LeBron.
Here's my issue,
one thing, Acho.
Go ahead.
One thing, last thing. It would be one thing if I was the only one who had questions. But it sounds as if even Anthony Davis has questions. He was asked about potentially playing Philadelphia in a 7-game series. This is what he had to say.
I think we had a good game plan. The free throw kind of got him going, and but I think our lineup and our group that we have is very capable of beating this team in a 7-game series.
Sound confident?
Wait. Very capable. You are the defending champions.
Broke the eyebrow.
Philadelphia 76ers are the Clippers East. Like, when did they ever get out of the second round? You're very capable of beating the Sixers in a 7-game series. That should be, why are you even asking me that question? Unless, because you got smaller, because Montrezl Harrell isn't what Dwight Howard was.
Oh, you think?
Maybe you got that same question in your head. And maybe that's something that you still
just
have to
don't
prove.
want to sound ignorant, not ignorant. He don't want to sound ignorant.
How?
Slick, you know we watch some UFC fights. You can watch a boxing fight, whatever. You know what I can't stand? When somebody gets KO'd, TKO'd, whatever it is, and then they stand up after and they're like, I want a rematch. I know I could have beat him. It's like AD and them like, yo, we just lost. Okay, how dumb do I sound if I'm like, yeah, we just lost. Yeah, they don't want to see us in 7, though, because in 7, we're going to handle business. That's what AD, he's just a cognitive thinker. But Slick, my biggest issue is with this. You can't tell LeBron or ask LeBron, hey, I don't know if you can sustain, but then be mad at him when he's not going all out. It's a contradiction. Marcellus ran track, national champion, Slick, in case you've never watched the show.
And record holder.
He tells you every show.
Aware.
So, thank you.
E-Man, well aware.
We're all well aware. Now, Slick.
Al Bundy.
Now, Slick.
Yes.
In some of these meets, what Marcellus's coach probably told Marcellus was, hey, don't go all out in prelims. just make sure you qualify for finals, right? Like, don't go all out. Just make sure you qualify. Now, Marcellus's track coach can't then be mad at Marcellus after Marcellus qualifies for being like, hey, why didn't you run any faster? Coach, you just told me just qualify. Yeah, but you should have ran faster. But, Coach, you just said Slick, I feel as though that's what you and some of us are doing. Like, wait a second, LeBron. You know, just make sure you sustain and get to the finals. But wait, LeBron, why didn't you beat the Clippers?
Yeah, Sal, the other part is with the Lakers, when it comes to LeBron, you're right, Acho. He's answered every time we've had a doubt. He's answered it. But there's one that he still has to answer, and that is, can he sustain this at 36 years old? Now,